Grow your cleaning business. Make more money. Have more time. This is the Profit Cleaners Podcast with your hosts, Brandon Condry and Brandon Shane.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Profit Cleaners. You are in the place to be learning from the top 1% of cleaning business owners from around the world to take it to the next level and win in this game of business. So thank you guys for joining me today. I'm so excited for the show today. We've got some awesome content for you in store. Just to recap on what we're going over, guys, today's episode is Own Your Life so you can better own your business. I know it's the new year, guys. I know a lot of you have been sharing, talking about goals and getting those going for the year, but I really wanted to share with you guys one of the most important tools you will ever have as an entrepreneur on this podcast. Seriously, it's going to be a game changer for you, so stick around. But yeah, guys, I know it might be a few weeks into the new year. Okay, I know it might be, maybe you've been working on your goal since November, since when I told you back in November, start working on it then. But you may have completely abandoned your goals already, which is typical of a lot of people, right? At the beginning of the year, you have all these goals and it's hard to accomplish them. So first off, if you are struggling on taking any action to figure out what to do next, what you need to focus on, you're going to want to listen to this podcast, okay? No fluff. We're just going to figure it out, guys. We're going to figure out, not just your reason why, which sometimes is great, but we're going to actually give you guys a more practical recipe, more of a get it done type of episode so you guys can really take action and get it done this year. And ultimately, guys, the purpose and the goal and the benefit of this is to create balance in your life so that you can have not only a successful business, but a successful life. And I think it translates, when you have your health in order, when you have your relationships in order, when you have your personal life in order, that translates in your business and propels you forward so much faster. So I want to go over that. Brandon Condry is actually out today, so I'm doing the solo cast, but he's out skiing up in Durango, Colorado with our sales guy, celebrating his 40th birthday. So happy birthday, Brandon. But that's just an example, guys, of that balance I'm talking about. Like on a work day, Brandon's able to take off, go skiing, enjoy his life, enjoy his family, enjoy his friends. That's what I want for you guys. That's why we all got into business, is so we can have freedom, so we can have a life as well as a successful business. So let's dive in, guys, real quick before we get into the episode. Quick housekeeping for the Profit Cleaners Show. If you're getting value from the show, guys, you know the drill. Share the show. Help us out, guys. Tell someone that could benefit. If someone could benefit from this show, tell them. If not, please just do anything you can do to help us out. Leave a review for us. That would be amazing. Those are super impactful. Subscribe to the show. We're creating a movement here, guys. So when you guys win, we all win together. So help us out, guys. This is free content we're putting out. Pay it forward. All right, so guys, let's dive into the episode. I want to start with a quick story, okay? And it kind of centers around discipline and taking action in your life around the things that are going to propel you forward. So quick story. When I was about 7 years old, I started in martial arts. I started training in martial arts under my master in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Master Philip Blackman, who still to this day owns one of the greatest Taekwondo martial arts schools in the state of New Mexico. It's the largest school. It's one of the highest rated, the most excellent schools here in New Mexico. And when I was 7 years old, Master Blackman came out to Albuquerque, New Mexico to train, and I was one of his first black belts. And he came from Los Angeles. His grandmaster, my grandmaster, Master Chung in Los Angeles, had taught him from his master. So there's this hierarchy of teaching what works and modeling and teaching the techniques and the strategies that work, right? So sound familiar? So I got my black belt when I was closer to 14 years old. So call it 7-8 years later. It took some time, right? A lot of time. It took a lot of work. But the biggest thing that this taught me, guys, going and training every single day consistently, going to the Junior Olympics and traveling around the country, going to tournaments every weekend or once or twice a month, and training, get my butt kicked a lot of times. I mean, I got it handed to me a few times. I wasn't always just winning, But this taught me discipline, guys. This taught me extreme ownership. This taught me discipline. This taught me to show up every day to train to win. It taught me mindset. It taught me so many different things. But guys, one of the biggest pinnacles of getting my black belt, one of the final day of testing, I actually had to break a brick with my hand, with the knife part of my hand, which is the very edge of my hand below my pinky. that was like the big final part of the test, was breaking a brick. So I want to tell you guys how I actually got, I'm just a 13, 14-year-old kid by the time this is happening. So in order to develop that strength, I had to literally hit and install this, what's called the makiwara board, which, it's like a Korean plank, basically, that you drill into the ground, and it's got a little pad at the top, and you literally just hit it. And I would hit this board hundreds of times a day. Now, every day. I had one at my house, in my garage. I had one at our training studio, and I would hit it hundreds of times a day. And it was that discipline, guys, literally, of just hitting my hand and getting my hand used to hitting something so hard that it toughened up my muscles in my hand. It created calluses. And I was training and teaching my hand and creating this consistent action of like chopping through something, right? And to the point where I could chop through a brick with my little, like my little hand when I was 13, 14 years old. Like, incredible. I mean, you can break your hand doing that, but if you train your hand to cut through it, as I did, and it just came down to discipline, taking the right action every single day to train myself to do that. And that's how powerful your mind is. That's how powerful your body is. And that's just want to share that story, you guys, so you can kind of get into the mode of what I'm talking about here. So back to, rewind a little bit, back to the reality here. We're talking about discipline, showing up every day. So if you're wondering, in your business right now, in your life, what do you do next? If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling anxious, first of all, be encouraged. That's a lot of people. I feel all those emotions sometimes too. But I will share with you guys the number one remedy to cure this and to put you on the fast track to success. So, and by the way, guys, I actually shared this in our private community recently in our Facebook group for all the paid members of our paid courses and stuff like that. But this is so good, guys. This is such good content. I had to share it with you guys because this has been a repeating pattern I've seen in my life. I've also heard this from other mentors of mine, which I'll share with you in a sec. But this is something I've noticed, guys, with people that are successful have these type of qualities and they follow this roadmap to success. And I think it's going to propel you guys forward so much faster than any of these other gurus out there right now talking about setting goals and envisioning your success and the law of attraction, which is all great and good. But if you're not taking the action, it's not going to show up. So let's talk about that more, guys. So when you start taking control of your life, let's just start there. When you start taking control of your health, taking control of your mind, of your learning, sharpening your own axe, doubling down on knowledge, right? Those are important things. Doubling down in your relationships, making sure that you're taking care of the people around you and you're not just burning bridges everywhere, right? When you start taking control of your personal life, that's also going to propel you forward in your business life. It's two sides of the same sword, guys. Instead of the same old stuff that everyone keeps talking about, I want to give you guys something a little different because I know this time of year everyone's talking about goals and goal setting and strategies on how to do goals and all that. But let's just take a step back for a second, okay? So again, guys, I learned this years ago when I was hitting the makiwara board with Master Blackman, Master Chung. But I also, in the last 5 years, have come across other mentors that have talked about this in similar ways. So another mastermind that I'm in is the Arete Syndicate, which is Andy Frisella's group. Andy Frisella and Ed Milet, amazing dudes. Both of them have multiple 9-figure businesses. This is the same thing that they've been preaching to me, guys, for the last few years, and I want to just pass that on to you. This is an amazing, amazing concept. It's so simple, but it is so powerful, okay? And it's helped me tremendously. Probably one of the most powerful tools, like I said, as an entrepreneur that I could give you guys. So I want to share it. So it's the exact tool that I've used to get where I'm at in my business, and I literally use it every day. And it's, Andy Frisella calls it the power list. Call it whatever you want to do to win the day. Essentially, there's different ways people talk about it, but own the day. We can call it in this episode. Own the day, so own your business, so you can own your life, so you can better own your business, right? But essentially, guys, what we're talking about is a system, okay? So that you can win the day, you can make progress every single day. And I think it was Anthony Robbins, another one of my favorite success coaches out there. I heard him say one time, he says, progress equals happiness. Just think about that for a second. Progress equals happiness. When you're doing something every day, guys, to take action, when you're whittling away, when you're sharpening that axe and taking another hack at it every day, that is the action that it's going to take to get it done, right? That progress, that even if it's just taking base hits every single day, you swing and another base hit, you swing and another base hit. eventually you're going to hit that home run, and or maybe you're going to strike out a few times. But you got to be in the game, guys. You got to be consistently taking action, consistently swinging in the game. So really, guys, it's a simple system, but it's extremely powerful. So number one, we're going to get into it more, is you're going to identify your critical tasks to move you forward, whatever that is for you. Okay. So again, identify your critical tasks to move you forward. Number two is you're just going to take relentless action and get it done. Okay. And so we'll break that down a little bit more here. But the benefit, guys, is at the end of each day, once you start doing this, it's as simple as it sounds, you're going to have less stress, you're going to have less anxiety, and also it's about getting yourself in a place where you can do it, right? It's a mental game too, just as much as it is physical, guys. It's mostly mental. So if you haven't already done this, like right now, if you're not already doing this, and now's the time, guys. Now is the time to stop overanalyzing. Right? Analysis paralysis. If you think too much about what do I got to do next, you end up taking no action, which is the worst thing you could do. So stop overanalyzing and start making a plan on what you're going to do in 2022. It's not too late. If you didn't start already when I told you guys back in November, start now. Or if you set some goals and you already, flopped on those, don't worry. Get back up and start making a real plan of action. All the things you need to do in 2022 to start winning and actually get where you want to get with your business this year. Okay. Number two is backtrack from that and reverse engineer it and identify 3 to 5 critical tasks that you need to do right now today. And then you just need to do them. Simple as that. Okay. So number one, make your big old list of everything you got to do. Number two, start chunking it out into a daily 3 to 5 tasks. You can call it your power list. You can call it your win the day list. You can call it your own the day list. You can call it whatever you want. But these are your 3 to 5 critical tasks that are going to move you forward. And little by little, guys, these are the things that a lot of people don't do. Most people do one thing a day or nothing every day. If you start consistently hitting that Maki waterboard every single day, hundreds of times, not even hundreds of times, I'm just talking 3 to 5 critical tasks. This is going to move you forward in amazing, amazing ways, okay? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. So when the frustration comes, look at it as a great opportunity to develop new skills, right? When the frustration comes, again, this is an opportunity for you to develop new skills. So get excited, actually. When you start feeling frustrated, flip that and get excited because there's new skills to be had, new skills to learn, new things that you're going to encounter and grow. And that's the point, guys, also of progress is you're going to be growing. And growth is so fulfilling when you're actually growing, when you're actually contributing and improving your business, improving your life. It's so fulfilling. So be thankful for the hardships that you have. As hard as it is, be thankful for the hardships you have. They will be cured with action. To me, that just sounds, contradictory sometimes, but when you say it out loud, it's like kind of refreshing. It's like, well, thank goodness for all the hard things that are happening, because if I just keep taking action and keep moving forward, keep making progress, not only am I going to be happy, but I'm going to see more wins. I'm going to get that progress. I'm going to start actually feeling like I'm getting closer to where I want to be. So I just want you guys to think for a sec. Whenever you do feel anxious, the reason is because there's something that you need to do that you haven't done yet. Okay? Whenever you feel anxious, the reason is because there's something you need to do that you haven't done yet. Okay? So just remember that. Whenever you're creating your daily tasks, something I want you guys to remember, okay? Well, I said critical tasks. So you make your big old long list and then you break it down into your critical daily tasks. So critical tasks that move you forward. This does not mean I'm going to take out the trash today. I'm going to open up the mail at the office. I'm going to check some emails. Those are not critical tasks, guys. Those are time wasters. I'm looking busy right now. That's not what we're talking about. This is critical task on something on where you need to go. Okay, so like let's just say in your personal life, working out, drinking water, getting enough sleep, those are not critical tasks. Those are things you should be doing anyways, right? These need to be specific actions. So let's say, for example, in your own business right now, maybe it's calling up a client, closing a sale. Maybe it is sending an email, but it's an email that's going to lead to another business relationship or a partnership or a new cleaning client or whatever it is. Maybe it's sending a text or an email or a phone call to set up a meeting that's going to lead to a bigger thing in your business. That's going to lead to a better, more profitable system or something. That could be it right there. Maybe you need to set up a system. Maybe you need to set up some ads. Maybe you need to do some marketing. Maybe you need to create some content for your brand. And those are all little things you could be doing consistently, 3 to 5 things a day to be growing your brand. Maybe it's setting up a new software so you can be more efficient in your business and integrating that. Maybe that's going to take a week or 2 to do, but you can break it into 3 to 5 smaller tasks a day, and then in a week or 2 you can have it all set up. So start thinking long-term, big picture, breaking stuff down into tasks. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. So don't make 10 or 20 tasks. A lot of people, even myself, you start getting on a roll, especially the beginning of the year, and you're like, oh man, I can do this. I can knock out 10 things today or 20 things today, and you just like keep adding to your to-do list. Don't do that. That is a huge mistake, and I've done it before. I've seen other people, including Brandon Condry, do this. Sometimes we get overwhelmed making these big lists of things we need to do, and then you end up not doing all the things, and then you lose confidence, and you actually slow down, and you feel bad because you're not getting the progress you want. So when you start doing too much, again, the big ones fall, and you lose that confidence. So instead, I'm giving you guys the system that works, okay? And it sounds so simple, but again, guys, I've been using this to get where we are with Sandia Green Clean the last few years. Like these other mentors I've told you, even all the way back to getting my black belt, guys. Like, this is stuff my masters taught me on how to develop discipline and get forward and get that progress so we could win. So again, guys, this is the system, okay? It's really, really simple. It's get 5 things or 3 things, critical things done today that move me forward in my business or move you forward in your business. And this, again, is designed to give you freedom, guys, to give you freedom to build a company, but to also have a life. And that's what I'm getting back to today, guys. Like, Brandon's up skiing in Colorado. There's days that I'm out hanging out with my family during the week too now that I didn't always do in the beginning. But once I accomplish these 5 or 3 or whatever, 3 to 5 critical tasks, something manageable, don't usually want to go over 5. Once you get those done for the day, guys, you're free to do whatever you want. And that's how you create that balance, is you've executed, you've made the proper progress that you've planned out in your business for the day. Now you can feel accomplished. You've done it. Now you can go live your life. Now you can go hang out with your family, your kids, go watch a movie, whatever you want to do to spend the rest of your time, so you have that balance. Because it is important to have balance so you don't burn out in your business, because that's a lot of times what happens. We get all these big goals, and then we burn out and we accomplish nothing. So I'm trying to help you guys see the big picture here and make it super simple. The reason you are busy is because you're not being super crystal clear and focused. Okay, and I've fallen into the same trap before, guys. I've seen this happens with a lot of entrepreneurs. But the reason you are so busy is because you're not crystal clear and you're not focused enough. So that's what happens, causing you to feel overwhelmed, and you get crushed by the situation. So eventually, guys, you're going to get to a point where you're running a strong business. You're going to be hopefully where we're at or surpassing us with your cleaning business, and you're going to be running a good business, and more success is going to come. And you know what? It's only going to get harder, guys. Pressure and everything around you is going to get even stronger. More money, more problems is what they say, right? It's going to get harder. So what you have to do is prepare for that, okay? And this is part of preparing for that. This is also why you should be reading books and surrounding yourself with mentors and surrounding yourself with people that are smarter than you, that are going to lift you up so that you can prepare for when it gets harder, so you are strong enough to cut through it. You want to systemize, whatever the word is, systemize your life so it's a win and you're still moving forward without sacrificing your entire life. Okay, really, really important, because you see business owners do this all the time, where now they're losing their personal relationships and their health is getting out of whack. Systemize your life so it's a win. You're still moving forward without sacrificing your entire life, because your personal life dictates your business life. If you guys are unhappy in your personal life, you're not going to show up 100% in your business life. You're not going to be able to execute and take action on your goals the way you want. So guys, the truth is, it all comes down to really the magic happening when you start doing the work. We've talked about this in recent podcasts. When you start doing the work, when you believe I'm doing the work, the results will come. Whether they come sooner or they come later, you consistently keep putting in the work, the results will come. So a lot of us have these demons of, come to us when we're trying to get this stuff, when we're trying to make success happen, but you will silence those demons when you start doing the work. And action actually gets results, is what you're going to discover. Okay, action. The more overwhelmed you are, the more you should go out and do the hard thing, whatever it is that for you gets you outside your comfort zone. Okay, like literally when I was like, I don't feel like getting up and training today, that's when I needed to go hit that mucky waterboard as hard as I could and get my mindset straight and get my body ready to crush whatever I was going to crush through. You know, maybe it was the brick, but in a business sense, whatever you need to get through in your business to take it to the next level. Action is going to get you results. Okay, so the more, like I said, overwhelmed you guys are, as hard as it is, guys, find a way to get outside your comfort zone and go do the hard stuff. Okay, I know that sounds counterintuitive because you think you're just going to crumble even more, but actually what you'll discover is when you are willing to do the hard things that you don't want to do, when you're willing to develop that mentality of whatever it takes, when you're willing to pick up the phone and call that client or that person you don't want to call, or set up that meeting that makes you uncomfortable to do, but you know it's going to move your business forward. Maybe it's even as simple as get in your car and just go out and knock on people's doors and talk to people, or knock on another business that you've been meaning to talk to and just have a conversation about your business. It's uncomfortable, but hey, you're going to start discovering these are the people that are going to help you grow your business. So get outside your comfort zone and start taking action, right? So whatever it takes, whatever is hard for you, go do it. And then you're going to feel good. Believe it or not, you're going to feel good because doing the hard stuff makes you feel better. It makes you feel good when you accomplish something that was weighing you down, right? When you picked up the phone, you did that phone call and you're like, oh, that wasn't so hard. Why was I putting that off? Why was I procrastinating so long to do the thing I needed to do? When you overcome hard stuff, you build confidence and you keep going and you create momentum. And momentum, guys, is really one of the big secrets in accomplishing anything in life. You start taking action, you create momentum, your belief becomes bigger, you take more action, you start getting those results. And your belief becomes even bigger, you take more action, you get more momentum, you get more results. You see the cycle there? So I've known this for years, guys. It works. Anytime I'm feeling burned out, overwhelmed, anxious, I start taking action. It is literally the cure to give you the progress, to bring the happiness, to get you where you need to go. Okay? And it's so simple. A lot of you guys listening aren't even going to do this, but those of you that hear what I'm saying, that are going to do this, that are going to take action, it's as simple as you have a little journal, or you can do it on a notepad, or you can do it on your phone. You have your big picture plan, and every day you just look at your 3 to 5 critical tasks that are going to move you forward, and you go out and you take action. Okay? So I'm going to recap real quick, guys. Number 1, get clear on what you need to do. Get clear on what you need to do. Okay? So put everything that needs to get done. Put it all out there. Look at it. Maybe even feel a little anxious because maybe there's like 100 things you need to do this year to get to where you want to be. Whatever it is for you, get clear on what you need to do. Number 2, gather up everything you need to do for the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day, and start reverse engineering it into daily critical tasks that you can knock down 3 things or 4 things or 5 things a day. It has to be reasonable, manageable, things that you can get done all on that day. Can't be things that are going to take longer and longer and days. Break it down into chunks if it is a bigger task. Okay. So that's number 2. Gather up your 3 to 5 critical tasks. And honestly, guys, if you just start doing this, if you just start taking action and knocking out 5 things a day or 3 things a day, tell me how you feel at the end of the week. Message us at hello@ProfitCleaners and tell me how you're feeling after you start doing this, because I guarantee you will start feeling that momentum. I guarantee you will start feeling like you're cutting through and smashing through that brick more and more, and getting ready to smash through that brick because you are training yourself and you're getting your mind in that action mindset. And action is going to cure all of that overwhelm, all that anxiety, all that stress. Action is going to cure it all. Okay? So that's number 2, guys, is eat that elephant one bite at a time. Break it down into your daily tasks. Okay? Number 3 is eliminate that feeling of being overwhelmed with that action. Okay? Just take action. Just do it. Just literally like look at your list. Okay, I got this next. I got this next. Just do it. Just start picking up the phone. Just start doing whatever the critical action is. And that's it, guys. So let's spend more energy kicking ass instead of worrying about how much ass you have to kick, right? That's literally what we're talking about here. Instead of worrying about it and analyzing everything, just start doing it. Just start going out and taking action, taking on the world. And this is the key to becoming productive, guys, so you can accomplish those goals. It's not all just imagine it and attract it. Like, you need to take ownership and actually go out and do it. So it doesn't matter how you feel. Once you have this system, once you start becoming disciplined, guys, at just knocking away at that mucky waterboard every single day and doing the hard thing that hurts a little bit, but you're getting through it. Guys, this is the key to becoming productive. And it doesn't even matter how you feel. Like, you might feel like there's days I wake up and I feel like crap, and I'm like, I don't want to get up today. I don't want to work today. I don't want to do that thing. I don't want to make that phone call today. But you know what? You start developing this discipline. No matter how you feel, you're going to get those critical tasks done. And then you feel great. It's actually, and when you start doing it consistently, you don't have those feelings of overwhelm. And I hardly have those days anymore where I wake up and I'm like, gosh, I really don't want to do that today, because I have momentum. I'm excited to get up in the day, right? When you're excited to get up in the day and you're excited to take on those tasks, you can create even more momentum than you ever thought possible, was even possible for you to do that. So it's an amazing thing. So when you have that momentum, it gets done regardless. When you start creating that momentum and that consistency of action, okay? And that's the thing, guys. That's the key. A lot of entrepreneurs, they work off of how they're feeling, okay? And so many people work off of that. Maybe tomorrow I'll get to it. No, end that action, end that feeling of overwhelm, that anxiety, and just do it. As hard as it is, do the hard stuff, okay? And just start taking action. And this is it, guys. It's just setting up this system for your life to be disciplined so you can execute daily, okay? And it's a simple system, but this is literally all it is, guys. And it's so simple. Like I said, a lot of you guys are probably not even going to do it, but I want to encourage you guys to do it. Get it. If you don't already have a journal, go run by the store today and go grab a little cheap journal or a notepad or something. You can just jot these down and make out your master list. And then every day you wake up, just look at, like the night before, make out your 3 to 5 critical tasks and say, this is what I got to do today. And then the next day, you already know what you got to do. Just start executing. As soon as you wake up in the morning, get those tasks done. The sooner you get them done, the sooner you can go enjoy your life. The sooner you can go do what you really want to do, okay? But don't be a slave to your business. Don't burn yourself out and corner yourself and dig yourself into a hole, right? So that's what I want to leave you guys with, is just setting up that system so you can be disciplined to execute daily. And guys, this is the path to get where you want to go without going crazy, because it's easy to feel like you're going crazy as an entrepreneur. A lot of people ask me like how I do it, because sometimes I wonder how I do it. I got 4 kids. I have 2 dogs. We just got a new Basset Hound puppy. We homeschool our kids. Like right now we're looking at other schools and stuff, but like we have a lot on our plate on top of already running our businesses, right? So that's exactly how I do it, guys. Like I said, there's been times still that I feel overwhelmed or anxious, but as soon as I start taking that action, as soon as I say, you know what, I'm going to get these 3 to 5 critical things done, it creates that momentum. The demons that are in your head, that are scaring you, that are bringing you down, they are immediately eliminated. The anxiety goes away. The feeling of being crushed and I can't do this and I'm complacent and lazy, that goes away. There's no room for those emotions when you actually just start using this system, guys. So it's an amazing thing. So I want to leave you guys with that today. I want to hopefully this has impacted you guys in some way and you see how simple it is, but you actually start taking action on it. But your challenge, I challenge you guys with this to close out today's episode so you can get on out there and start doing this and start taking action on this year so you can win this year in bigger ways than you've ever won, okay? So your challenge, should you choose to accept, is go today and start doing the hard stuff. Make that big old list and just go out there and start taking action on at least one critical task. Maybe it's go out and talk to someone about your business. Maybe it's pick up the phone. Maybe it's send that email. Maybe it's set up that meeting. Maybe it's call that client and resolve something, or whatever you need to do to fix to move your business forward. But whatever those critical tasks are, whatever the hard thing is for you to do, muster up the courage to go and do it, and muster up the courage to get this system in place and just be disciplined enough to be consistently taking action every day on 3 to 5 critical tasks that are going to move you forward in your business. Okay, so that's your challenge, guys. Make your list daily. Execute on that list daily so you can win. Do the hard thing. And I guarantee you guys, when you start doing this, you're going to feel momentum. And just think of it this way, guys. Your competitors are not doing this, okay? The people that you see that you're trying to, emulate their success or even like beat people in your market, and you're trying to figure out how can I win like they're doing. You start taking action on this, guys. You start doing this in your own daily life, and you're going to be so far ahead of anyone else. They're not even going to be competition anymore, okay? Because nobody else is literally executing on this simple system. They're just kind of being complacent. When people reach some level of success, they kind of stop doing these things, okay? And on the way up, guys, this is when you're hungry, when you're ready to go. This is, especially the beginning of the year, this is the best time to put this in place. Start developing new habits. Like we talked about at the beginning, like look at these challenges as opportunities to develop new skills, okay, new habits for the year. So this is exciting, guys. This is an exciting time. And if you guys, again, have been overwhelmed and struggling with the new year so far, we're well into January, and you're like, how am I going to accomplish all these goals? Guys, eat an elephant one bite at a time, okay? Hack away at it one hack at a time. You break through that brick by training every single day and just getting ready to break through it little bit by little bit, right? Hacking away little bit by little bit. And, eventually you'll hit that home run, but you got to be in the game. You got to be swinging, making those base hits every single time as much as possible. Those little wins. We've said this in a past episode, guys. It's the little wins that count. You got to be able to celebrate the little daily wins as an entrepreneur, or else you'll fail as an entrepreneur, because a lot of people, only think they're successful if they score big all the time and only make the big wins. No, guys, it's about celebrating the small wins every single day consistently, and those add up consistently. And like I said, if you just did this, even starting for a week, email us at hello@profitcleaners.com and tell me how you're feeling. Tell me if it's working out for you and if you're actually feeling like you're making that progress and you're creating more happiness in your life. And I guarantee you'll feel it. So I want to just leave you guys on that note today. Encourage you guys, head out there and win. We're so excited for you guys in 2022. It's going to be an amazing new year. We're excited for our business. I know you guys are excited for your business. Let's win together. Share out this movement. Share this out. Subscribe. Leave a review. We appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. And until next time, guys, keep it clean.
Thanks for joining us today. To get more info, including show notes, updates, trainings, and super cool free stuff, head over to profitcleaners.com. And remember, keep it clean.